Hello everyone, I am Shedeiky Volleyball. I visited the Hudson River Museum, which is on Warburton Avenue in Yonkers, overlooking the Hudson River. The reason for my trip was to learn a little more about the Hudson outside of the views of Lewis, who is the author of our textbook. The exhibition of the museum was called Bakeleaf in Yonkers, Pioneering the Age of Plastics. Bakeleaf is a new material that is vital to an array of 20th century consumer products such as ashtrays, toilet seats, door handles, blocks, bracelets, toy cans, just to name a few. The inventor Leo Baekeland invented Bakeleaf at Snug Rock in his Yonkers home in 1905 and 1907. Realizing his scientific discovery and somewhat commercial value, which was an alternative to the precious materials such as ivory, he soon reached higher heights of popularity as a key material in art decor objects. He became a favorite designer of materials for Norman Bel Geddes and Raymond Loewe. Norman Bel Geddes was an American theoretical and industrial designer, while Raymond Loewe was a French industrial designer. Loewe contributed the Greyhound bus and the Pennsylvania Railroad. At the museum, the paintings, decorative arts, textiles, and historical objects illuminate the long narrative of a river and the people living beside it. Some paintings of the river is from the 19th century, and also some of recent photographers. Glenview and Trevor family are the hub for the museum cultural history, research, and collections. Objects on view include gifts from the Trevor family, Victorian clothing, and photographs of Yonkers people and places. I also found out that the Hudson River has been polluted because of the factories that dumped waste in the river. Currently, attempts have been made by government, businesses, and people to clean up the river. They have removed polluted soil and replaced it with clean earth, grass, and trees. Water treatment plants in Yonkers, Mamaroneck, and Poughkeepsie filter sewer water and adds chlorine to destroy bacteria before this water enters the river. The marsh in the river gives a home to animals and fish and provides them with food. The Hudson is also a home to many mammals, such as the snappy turtle, northern water snake, the great blue heron bird, and also the yellow warbler. There is also a muskrat rodent that builds a home along the Hudson using broken cattails formed into a hollow mound in the mud. Broadleaf plants like the aranum grow in freshwater marshes. There were also some very fascinating facts. Thomas Cole, who died in 1848, founder of the first distinctly American art movement, the Hudson River School, made his home here, which was also emphasized by Lewis in our textbook. Secondly, Peekskill was an important station of the Underground Railroad. Freedom seekers traveled to and from the Hudson on McGregory Brook and were sheltered at various sites, including a church founded by Harriet Tubman. Thirdly, the Hudson Valley is quite an active earthquake zone. A fault line runs parallel to 125th Street just below the George Washington Bridge, eventually crossing the East River and growing under Queens. Last but by no means least, when the Half Moon, under the command of Henry Hudson, sailed up the river in 1609, it anchored near Yonkers on the second night of the trip, after trading with local Indians for oysters. The significance of my experience was to place a physical fact to all the readings I have done so far by Lewis, which has now given me a clearer understanding of the importance of the Hudson, not only to the people living around the surroundings, but its importance to the American people on a whole.